Hello, and welcome to the Pharmacy Times News Network. I'm Mike Lakar, and your host for our Pharmacy Week in Review. The current prescription drug reimbursement model for long-term care pharmacies may not be sustainable, a new analysis from Avalere Health suggests. The healthcare advisory firm found that maximum allowable cost pricing for the same generic medication on the same day by different payers varies considerably, which calls the relationship between price variation and actual market conditions into question. The Senior Care Pharmacy Coalition maintains that this research finding warrants increased discussion on the subject of competition in the sector and more scrutiny over pharmacy benefit manager consolidation. Speaking of more scrutiny, a subcommittee of the U.S. House of Representatives recently conducted a hearing on the state of competition in the pharmacy marketplace. During his testimony, National Community Pharmacists Association President Bradley Arthur outlined what he described as undue influence PBMs have over patients, health plan sponsors, and pharmacies.
Why should the federal government be concerned about this dynamic for large plans, including the federal Medicare Part D program, which was mentioned today, TRICARE, the FEHBP? There are only 3 PBMs to choose from. Because although there are other PBMs, none of them, in spite of what we've heard, are large enough to administer the prescription drug benefit for these programs. The big 3 PBMs control almost 80% of the entire market, and these PBMs have the upper hand both in negotiating the contract with the payer as well as strongly influencing the actual plan design itself.
On the topic of healthcare consolidation, Pfizer announced plans to combine with Allergan in a deal valued at $160 billion. This transaction marks the largest merger in healthcare industry history and will allow Pfizer to cut its U.S. tax burden by relocating to Ireland, where Allergan is registered. Officials from both drug makers expect the deal to close in the second half of 2016. In product news, the FDA has approved the first naloxone nasal spray to stop or reverse the effects of an opioid overdose. Naloxone was previously approved only injectable formulations, which are more difficult to administer than nasal sprays. The FDA said it is speeding to review new naloxone formulations because combating the opioid abuse epidemic is a top priority. For more great coverage and practical information for today's pharmacists, visit our website and sign up for our daily e-news. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for watching our Pharmacy Week in Review. I'm Mike Lakar at the Pharmacy Times News Network.